Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a new review. Behind us is finally the new MG4 and in the strongest configuration, the XPower. This is an all-wheel drive EV with 435 horsepower. Without further ado, let's just jump into the review and check it out. So here it is, ladies and gents, MG4 XPower is on the test, and again, this is the strongest MG4. Now, we're gonna go for the specs one more time for those of you who didn't catch up. So this is an all-wheel drive front and rear electric motor delivering 435 horsepower. 0 to 100 is impressive, 3.8 seconds. Now I have a Tesla Model 3 long range, but it only has 4.4 0 to 100. So we're gonna see in the night review 0 to 100. We have a large battery. Now it's 61.7 usable. It should allow you around 350 kilometers of range on the highway, up to 400 plus maybe on local roads in the city. It really depends on the driver, you know all about that. Now, let's check the spec here. We have a matte green color. It looks very stunning at this golden hour. This is called Hunter's Green color. Now, let me show you the key fob. So it's right here. We have a nice MG smooth finish on the back. On the front here we have lock, unlock the car, and unlock the cargo. So these are rubberized buttons. The metal keychain part here, if you press the silver button, comes out. Inside is a physical key, and then you get this MG rubberized keychain. There's a soccer game in the background, so sorry, I think the mic is focused on me, but you can have perfect conditions when filming. Now, I've left the lights on because by default they're off. They turn on when you come into the car, so that's the reason for that. If you unlock the car, you can see the turn signals on the side mirrors and on the bottom here. So these are turn signals on very low spec. You don't get them here, you get them in the headlights, but on the top spec, they are here. Now, just a little profile from this end, you can see the big contrasting XPower calipers. I'm going to talk about those in a moment, so let's get on the front and check out the car. It really looks stunning. Now, we have the LED headlights, Psych Vision full LED system. We have the daytime running lights on the top, they're currently on, and we have the LED projectors on the top as well. So they shoot the light into these, and the beam goes front. You can see the matte green color. Now, if I back up a little bit, you can see the piano black details. This is a sport car, at least when you look at the horsepower. There are little clicking sounds. This is just the battery and the computer inside doing its thing. Now, piano black details with matte gray finish. They're stretching on the side here. Also piano black and gray on the side skirt. Piano black lip, and then we have also that gray here. Now there's a radar there, and here we have a gray finish on the grille. Now, since this is an EV, the top is closed, and the bottom, there are flaps here that open up on higher speeds. So EVs also need air intake for cooling, for AC, and for the battery system as well. Big MG badge, 360 parking camera on the front. Huge thanks to MG Motor Croatia for giving the car for a review. Now, if we back up, you can see the beautiful front end. Now, the mirrors are folded because the car locks itself. Once again, you can see the beautiful front end of the car. Now, let's check out the alloys. We have diamond cut silver on black with the big XPower covers for the calipers. So the calipers are not that big. The alloy is in a position, but they're a bit shorter here. So this is just a cover that makes it look sportier. But we also have brakes on the front and rear, so they didn't save on those on the rear, no drum brakes. Good Continental tires, not EV made. I have them on my Tesla SE Grade EV tire, and these are 18-inch, so 235, 45 are 18. I think it's the same tire dimension on my Tesla Model 3 long range, so that's also the same. You can see that skirt there, piano black, gray finish, and then you can see the window trim, also piano black, same as the side mirrors. Let's check the top. Here we have speakers on the side. I know that there's a lot of reflection, but still you can see here there's a light sensor there for the infotainment. There is a lane assist camera on the top, another sensor here for the light for the long beam automatic, and here you can see double laminated front windshield, better for acoustics and for your sound system. Piano black roof. It's not a panel roof, it's just a black roof. It's part of the Sportline trim. Now we can also press this one to unlock the car. You can see the turn signal, and you can see here the wide lens camera. There's no puddle lights, and we do have blind spot in the mirror itself. If I back up, you can see the beautiful profile. Actually, I have so much room. I can fit the car in the frame. It looks really beautiful. And I really like the calipers despite being a little bit fake, because you can see that this one, it's smaller, but then you have this long cover to make it a little bit more sportier looking. You can see same tire dimension on the back. Now you can see here SAIC also signature for the rear taillights. Now these are really interesting looking, and that is the back end, looking very sporty and dynamic with these connected, almost connected, but connecting towards the badge. LED taillights, they also have this interesting signature on the top. Before we get on the rear, locked once again, just to show the charge port. So press, it opens. You have type 2 for AC charging up to 11 kilowatts max, and then combined CCS2 for DC charging. This one's 140 kilowatts max. Now you can see here the spoiler. Now some of you will notice there's no shark fin antenna, and you can see the spoiler tunnels the air downwards. Now the very basic trim of the MG4 doesn't have the spoiler. It looks a bit weird, but I really do like the spoiler. And then let's just back up here. Now you can see here the bottom have the cat eyes. We have kind of really discreet diffuser with these two strikes, and then we have a fog light in the middle. We have cold LED license plate lights, and you can see there is a backing camera. We have the MG badge, so this is all like a plexiglass piece, and then the lights are inside. Also interesting stoplight between the spoiler and a little wiper there. Before we open, MG4 electric badge there. So if we open up the cargo space, you can see that this light comes on, and you can see I'm a 2-meter tall person. I'm gonna come next to this, or 6.6 in feet. So this opens nice and tall. Now cargo space is 363 liters of cargo space. If we knock down the seats, we get 1,177 liters of cargo space. That is nice and spacious hatchback. Now you can take off the shelf on the top. We have it nice carpeting. You can take it off if you want to use a little bit extra space here. And this is nice and flat. Now let me just show you the top. You can close it manually since it's not powered. This is closed, and here you can access to unlock it from the inside in case the button fails. Now we have on the left cold light, on the right we have a little hook, and let me just take out my backpack out so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so seats knocked down 60/40. This one here is the type 2 charging cable for public AC charging stations. Now you can see this, well, it has this, so I would maybe recommend keeping it the other way, or just, I don't know, you'll have to use a little maybe razor just to get these off. That's that. Now this is nice and flat. If you get this up, you can see the cargo space. Now these can fold inside, but I have to take it out, and since this stuff is here, it's a little bit hard. But these can fold in. They have magnets, so you can lower the shelf, and then it's just going to cover here. So here you have 4 fingers of height, 5 if you count the thickness of the shelf. Now here you have a patching kit, emergency triangle, your home charger, so Shuko to type 2. You can fit a fire extinguisher. This one's Croatian standard first aid, another emergency triangle, and spare bulbs that don't really fit this car since it has LED taillights. That's that. Let's let it drop. So just another look at those. Now closing sound is good, but license plate mount is a bit flimsy. So good closing sound. You can see the turn signals, but again, the license plate mount makes a little sound there. Now let's get to the back once again. Just gonna use the button there. Get a little bit more force. Okay, opening and closing. Doors open nice and wide. We have good seals and good soundproof in the EV. Now the doors go all the way down, so you won't have water residue when you wash the car here. And here you can push this one to lock from the inside if you have kids. Now checking the materials, hard plastic. This is softly padded where you lean. And we have a little bit piano black. We all know the pros and cons of that one. Big handles, powered windows, a little rubber mat there, pocket here, and a speaker. Now let's come down here. Since this is an EV, this is usually not too deep. We have all weather floor mats here, and you can see here the transmission tunnel is not too tall. Now we have leather here. I do hope this is vegan leather by now. Most cars now do use vegan leather, and we have Alcantara. Here is the Isofix. Now comfortable seats, although I wasn't driven on the back too much. You can here open the rear, then here you can see the back. So let's put that back there. I'm gonna jump inside. Now I did lower the seat to the lowest position. I still have feet room and okay knee room. These are again leather, vegan leather, hopefully big pockets here too on the top. And these just, you take them up and then you press down here to lower them if you want to adjust the front headrest. Same principle for the rear. Now here we have a USB-A. We have a lot of storage room here, but no AC vents. Again, transmission tunnel a bit wider, not too tall. These are nice and comfy, but a bit wide here. So you can squeeze a third person on the back, but it's more comfortable for 2 people on the back. Now the headrest on the rear is really tall, so it kind of limits your view on the rear. There is no armrest there, and you can see that the doors are quite long. Now it would be nice if they added this in Alcantara. I would appreciate that, but it is what it is. Now it is dark a little bit here because of the XPower trim, black roof liner, but they try to maximize headroom here. I'm going to turn in a moment, and here we have on all 3 sides besides the driver slowly closing handles, and we have hooks on the B-pillars. You can see that if we come to this side. Seatbelts are not height adjustable. Let's hear the closing sound. Good closing sound and good soundproof. Now just a peek at the front. We're going to get to the front in a moment. And headspace, 2 meter tall person, once again, or 6.6 in feet. Now if I want to straight up my back, yeah, it's slightly going downwards on the back despite being a hatchback. Now if I was 185, 195, maybe I would be touching and I can fit. But if you're an average height person, you should be fine on the back seat. Now these are going a bit deeper here, so you're not really too much in a squat position when sitting in an EV. That's one of the cons of the EV, but this is going upward slightly, so still comfortable seats on the rear bench. Let's get on the front. Now you might hear some clicking sounds of the EV in this car. It's all normal. So good closing and opening sound. Now the front doors are slightly heavier, but not too much noticeably. This one, you can pop the plastic to access the physical key cylinder, and then here in the front door, you have the button for unlocking. Now, I'm just gonna return this one to automatic lights. Front doors open wide the same. Here, also hard plastic, and then look at this, Alcantara. So they didn't add it on the back, but they did on the front. You're treated a little bit with more posh materials. This is all the same. So here you can lock the rear, all powered and fully automatic windows. This is nice and sturdy, a little metallic gray finish, same as on the handles. Lock, unlock, and big pockets here, speaker down there. Now tire pressure is right there. And we have the sport paddles and the XPower. I'm gonna pop the bonnet at the end of the video, but spoiler, there is no front space. And you can see the all-weather floor mats you get. These are powered seats, up and down. So this one doesn't go up and down. And there's no extension, although it has this little piece there. And this is for the tilt. Now, you might notice that the front passenger seat is taller than the driver's seat. This is because the front passenger seat doesn't go up and down, unfortunately. I think MG should consider adding that in the future. Now you can see contrast stitching there, and Alcantara leather combo once again. Big bolsters on the top, and you can see the top. Now, before we jump in, steering column is manual. You have here mirror controls, they can fold. You have the LED lights height control, and over there you can see we have two USB A and C. But let's get inside and jump in. You can hear some clicking sounds. You can see the MG. Now let's hear the closing sound. Get closing sound, and then you get this animation as well. It looks kind of nice. I like these neon colors of the MG. So that is that. Let me show you wide lens. So there you go. There is some condensation when I started docking inside. I'm going to turn on the AC.
Welcome to XPower.
So we can turn on the front. It's going to just defog that. And there's going to be day point of view driving with no talking, so you can hear all the sounds the car makes or doesn't make. And there will be separate night point of view driving, where I'm going to again summon all of my impressions of this car on the road. You can see it's nice and clear now. I'm just going to put it to automatic, but I will lower the fan speed a little bit, maybe not that low. That's fine. Okay, zooming back in. Now we have a beautiful steering wheel. It's a 2-spoke. Now it's not connected here. It's top and flat bottom. We have leather here, so it's not too smooth, but it has a nice grip. Now there's piano black there, but these have nice and physical buttons. You can see the MG badge, and you can customize the favorite buttons here and here. So in this case, this is for the driving modes, and this is for recuperation. You can of course change those. This one's for the MG Pilot, so it has the lane keeping assist, distance for the cruise control. Here you have voice commands, phone calls, and here you have trip computer controls. If I come closer, you can see the trip computer. Now this is nice. It has like lane assist, or you can see traffic lines or other lanes with cars passing by, just like in a Tesla a little bit. So that's a nice detail there from MG. These look a little bit like Audi design wise, but you can see here the light controls, keep them on automatic, so don't drive like this, or like this is fine, this is not fine. So that's that. If I turn them on, you can see the lights on and off. And turn signals, you know the drill. Here's the wiper controls. Now we have those AC vents here, also a bit of piano black around them. Now this is soft than hard plastic. You can see the speakers I've mentioned in the corners, and that. Here's the screen. Now the screen after the MG HS looks a bit small, but still has all the stuff here, and it's a nice layout. You can see the dash here. And let's just press here to open the glove box. So you have good room here. It's a decent space. And here you have a big manual and so on. So that is that. Now here you have a wireless phone charger, although it's a little bit wide, so there's like a little, I do notice there's a little fly here. I'm not gonna, I would not like to kill things. It's gonna go away eventually. Okay, but the phone is not in the middle, so it might slide a little bit. Maybe they should have added little borderings there. Okay, now here, piano black, once again, you know all the pros and cons. We have here reverse neutral drive, so you turn the wheel, press the big button for park, and here you can see electronic parking brake engages automatically. There's a signature here, MG electric. And at the bottom here we have two adjustable cup holders with rubberized mat, and there are two USB-C and A and a 12-volt outlet there. Now I know it's a little bit dark, so apologies. Let's turn these on. You can see slightly better now. Now here you have a big storage room, rubber mat, and a cover. There is a little net here, so in this case this is for your charging maybe cards. And this one is soft contrast stitching. Now it doesn't extend, I think. Yeah, it doesn't extend. So you don't have to press anything, you just raise it up. And there is a little room here. There's a rubber mat, and here you can see there's a symbol to put your key fob when your 12 batteries low. So that is that. I will use a USB to turn on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in a moment. So this one doesn't go down, it's in a fixed position height wise, but otherwise nice seats. And to show you the front headroom, plenty of headspace. Now here we have auto dimming, we have a good overview in the back, but a little bit taller headrests are in the way. We have a little compartment here. Now I think there is a little like a flint material there, and here we can see those. Now these are warm lights, so on the back in the cargo there's a cold light, so wondering why they choose this one, because you have a little cold light there. And here's the emergency button. Now here you have a documents holder. In the this one have the beauty mirror, and it does not extend. So I tried, this is not covered fully, it does not extend. And you can see the room here, they've maybe planned a little handle, but they didn't add it at the end. Now you can sort of see the car because it's getting dark, it's winter time now. This goes warm, this is all white lights for the illuminations beside this one. And infotainment. Now you can see here you can turn on or off the rear fog light. Now sometimes this shows the frequency, sometimes it shows the name of the radio station, which is odd. On the top here you have the shortcut for the AC, then it falls down, and then you have the classical, you have the heated steering wheel and front heated seats. Keep it on automatic, but the fan speed is when you put it to lowest setting. I thought there was like a little sound coming from maybe a fan. So that's that. That's it. That's a life with EVs. You hear stuff you don't hear when you have an internal combustion engine that's creating noise to mask other noises in the cars. So we have here apps. Now, not to go into each one, I will show you the key points. Navigation. So you have also here shortcuts. Now the navigation is nice. You have the school zones, you have the speed limits. It works okay. Now you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so most of you will maybe use those and use Google Maps. Not sure where this is opening so long now, but let me see here. I haven't pressed the brake. Now when you press the brake, there is no start stop button, as you've noticed. I didn't mention one. Now the car is on. I can put it to drive. I can put it to reverse. By the way, reverse camera is good resolution, a little bit narrow. You can change here to the sides. When you give turn signals, the sides turn on. Put it back to park. Now you can see now the navigation is working nice and fast. You can see here nearby. Okay, it's supposed to be points of interest, but not sure why it's taking so long. I've played with it a moment before and it was working nice and fast. I did left the car on, so maybe that's that. There's a range. You can go with the current battery state of charge, and there are settings here. So traffic, head up, 3D or 2D orientation, points of interest. More settings here. You can see all of those. EV preferences for charging speed and plugs. But it works good. It works good. Now, radio station. Let's play some music. You have physical buttons here. If you hold this, it's just gonna go down. Now, physical buttons for home, which is this one, volume, front defrost, rear defrost, and on off for the climate, plus hazards you can see in the side mirrors. Now, I'm not really happy with the brightness here. Okay, this is how it looks more in person. Now, vehicle settings. You have a shortcut there. Driving. So you have all of these. Now, you can play with the driving modes on the steering wheel. So if I press the steering wheel, you can see here Sport, and here you can see Sport, Custom, Snow, Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. Custom, you can change the horsepower, steering, pedal force, and energy recovery. Not really sure what the pedal force is supposed to be, but it's there. I haven't changed with that one. Now, I did drive in normal for the most part. Now, what is kind of annoying for me personally is that one pedal driving is disabled every time you enter the car. You have to turn it on, and it doesn't memorize it. It should be memorized because I prefer driving one pedal. This means when you let go, the car recuperates energy back into the battery, and it also saves your brake life. So I'm not sure why this is not on. And then there's this. So if you're really low on battery, you should turn the energy saving mode. MG Pilot, you can see all the assistance here. You can see here convenience. You can see here the favorites. So you can here add energy recovery, driving modes, AC or 360 cameras. I think the two ones are selected are the best choice. And you can see that. Now there is weather reports, which is not accurate. We're not in Buzin. I mean, we're in Zagreb, but this is on the edge, so not sure how it picked up that location. Now you can change the radio stations here, but here you can go into the radio station. You have your favorites, you have the DAB as well. If you go to the music, then you have Bluetooth music, online music, and USB music. If you press this one, then you can play with those. So that is that. And I showed you the car settings. Your general settings. So you can see here there is a light theme. Now this is going to hurt your eyes maybe, but not that bad. But I do prefer the black theme because it doesn't change this one. And you have all the stuff here. Now there is a way to turn off the screen and have the clock. You have all of those. I'm not going to go through those. That is that. Now track mode. since this is a sports car, you have track mode, so it can track your laps and so on. I'm not going to go into that one. We don't have a track, at least not in Zagreb, so I won't be going to one. I won't go through that one. I think you saw 360 cameras when I've put it to park, and video. I think you can play video here from a flash disk, but maybe not the safest when you're driving. And here you have the charging, start and lock the charge port. And here there's a discharge because you have bidirectional charging, so you can get an adapter and then you can charge appliances or the exterior charge port. That's that. Let me add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Before we do that, just to show the trip computer, I didn't forget. So when you press, then you can use the arrows here. Now you have music, and you can go left and right. So tire pressure, car settings from start. So I didn't reset these. It's 20 kilowatts per 100 kilometers. Kind of thirsty, but considering the power, not too bad. Navigation, just I believe it shows you. We're gonna do that in night video. Just where to turn. So no, don't expect a little map. Brightness level, here you can press and then you actually went to the radio, sorry. Here you can go up and down, overspeed threshold, next service. So brightness you have, wait. Press again and then, it is a little bit confusing, sorry, but it's supposed to go up and down. This is increasing and this is decreasing the brightness. So you have to use these and you can change those. You can see that. Now, what's confusing is that when you are, let's see, in the music, you need to press, then you can go for the stations. If you press this, now this is how it is. You press, you have the station. Then when you press here and then the top here is gone, now it's on, now it's off. Now you can use this one for the volume. So that is that. Let me turn on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Okay, you'll have to forgive me. I brought a USB-C and USB-C, and it turns out that USB-A here is for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So that's inconvenient. So sorry, not this time. Okay, let's just turn this one on and then now it's on. You can see it white. Okay, so that's the rear fog light. You can see those. So maybe I should do a separate night review because it does look better. And here you can see the front LED projectors. So that's that. I'm gonna wrap it here. Thank you for watching. Again, I might do a night review because it just looks better when it's like really dark, not almost sunset. But that was the new MG4. If you like the video, do like it and share it. Type your comments below. How do you like it? Once again, thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you like the video, do subscribe. Click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. And hopefully we'll have more MG cars on the channel for review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.